Glenn Clark Radio, talking about the sports you do and don't know, both within and surrounding Baltimore. Don't ask him about preseason games, oh no, stuffing things in Griffin Basso. Despite it being on the internet, he can call it what he wants, so Glenn Clark Radio, Glenn Clark Radio, Glenn Clark Radio. Duke sucks.
Dylan Beavers gets a hold of this one to deep right field, and Beavers has got deep for a second straight game.
Give me another Beaver cleaver on that one. Another two-run shot. Just a fastball, pretty much middle. Look how simple.
The White Sox with a 3-1 victory yesterday. Dylan Beavers with the second home run in as many nights. Of course, the big story, Tyler Wells comes back. Second start, just as good, if not better than the first, albeit against the White Sox. We acknowledge that. Tyler Wells working 6 innings yesterday. I guess that was his third start, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was his third.
Yeah, because Pittsburgh and then
He started
the
in
one
San
before
Diego,
that.
right?
Yeah.
So his third start, just as good, if not better than the first two. Maybe not as good as the last one. He's only got 1 hit in the last one. But 1 run, 4 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts. Looking very good for Tyler Wells. And, of course, that's the only frustrating part about it, is that every time Tyler Wells has a good start, you just wonder if that makes whoever is going to be making the decisions for the Baltimore Orioles think that perhaps they've got one of their top starters for next season. And I think a lot of us are still skeptical that not only whether or not Tyler Wells can be a top star, whether or not he even should be, because I think most of us think that maybe he should be in the bullpen. But through 3 starts here in September, he's looked very good. Orioles sweep the White Sox. Good morning. It is a Thursday edition of Glenn Clark Radio. I'm Glenn. He's Griffin. In a bit, MarcAnthony Parker, Navy linebacker, is going to join us. They're off to a 3-0 start. Also later on this morning, we will talk to Ken Zalis as we will make our picks for Week 3 of the NFL, Week 4 of college football. Today's show is brought to you by Game Day Men's Health in Owings Mills, Frederick, and Columbia. I've been telling you, me personally, I'm the type that doesn't like going to the doctor. For a while, I didn't even have a doctor. That's a straight shoot, man. I'm not going to bamboozle you. I'm not going to lie to you. A lot of men, we're like this. If there's something wrong with us, we'll deal with it when we deal with it. But the problem is, as you get to a certain age, you just are dealing with things that you can't fully define. Now, maybe some of it, like if you I don't know, you chop your finger off while you can define that. But some things you can't define. I couldn't define why it was that all of a sudden I just didn't feel the way that I felt like when I was in my late 20s and my 30s. I couldn't explain it. It was easy to just say, I'm in my 40s now. But does that mean I do nothing? Does that mean I'm just going to be tired constantly? I'm just going to feel groggy, gross? Or do you actually do something about it? So I heard about Game Day Men's Health. And they said, well, one of the things they do is, testosterone treatment. If you're low T, I said, man, maybe I'm low T. That might be the case. I'm not low T. That's good news. Bad news, still feel sluggish, still feel run down. So what do? That's how I ended up on peptide treatment. I've been doing it for months. I've been feeling really good. And it's not just testosterone treatment. It's not just peptide proteins. They also take care of you if you're dealing with erectile dysfunction issues, if you are dealing with stubborn belly fat that just won't go away. Game Day Men's Health in Owings Mills, Frederick, and Columbia. You can go to GameDayMen'sHealth.com. Call 443-264-4454 in Owings Mills, 443-266-3505 in Columbia, 240-931-3717 in Frederick. So, Ravens return to practice today. Obviously, it's a weird week with the Monday Night Football game, so we won't get an injury report till today. That's just the way that it works. I got an email yesterday from Dan. And Dan, I told him that I would probably talk about it on the show. After the Orioles win yesterday, their record under Tony Mansalino is now what?
I don't know. What is it, like 10 games over or something
Not
like
10
that?
games over. That I mean, they might get there. Who knows? 57 and 52
Oh, okay.
is the number.
I don't know why. I don't know where I got 10 games over.
57 and 52.
I thought they were like 60 and 50
I mean, maybe
or
had
something.
they not gotten swept by Toronto over the weekend. 57 and 52 is the number. It's noteworthy. It's not great. It's not, my God, all this guy does is win. It's not any of those things. But the way that it was posed to me by Dan was, are we being too dismissive? And Dan didn't say it to suggest that he wanted to see the Orioles hire Tony Mansalino. He posed it in the way that said, will the Orioles use Tony Mansalino's record as a way to keep him? And Dan's question was fair. Are we being too dismissive? Maybe. It depends on how you look at 57 and 52. 57 and 52, given where the Orioles were, is somewhat noteworthy, right? Like, it is kind of notable that a team that got off to such a woeful start has been able to turn things around. Is 57 and 52 actually an accomplishment? A manager with a 57 and 52 record has a winning percentage of 52.3. It's certainly over 500. It qualifies. But would it even get you into the playoffs? Right now, the Seattle Mariners have a winning percentage of 52.5. And they are currently on the outside looking in the
Mariners
playoff race.
really?
Mm-hmm. Because they were overtaken by the Astros yesterday.
So who's the 6th wild card? Or the 3rd?
Right now, it's the Tigers.
Oh, okay.
Right
No.
now-
The Tigers are leading the Central, aren't they?
No, the Guardians are leading the Central.
No.
Hang on. Maybe I
Yeah,
get
yeah.
these numbers.
Are you looking at last year's
you're right.
record?
Sorry. The Mariners are 50. I got the wrong numbers in front of me. The Guardians are outside. The Mariners have the last wild card spot. You're right.
Okay. So
And they're at 54.6. They're at 54.
so Guardians should be the ones you're using for the
Guardians are the perfect example because they're
Yes,
at
yeah.
53%.
Yeah.
They're the first spot out of the playoffs, and they are above the Orioles. So is it an accomplishment? This is what makes it difficult. What makes it difficult is you can both say it's notable and yet have an adult conversation about how the record alone should not be something that you stand up and say, well, we can't get rid of this guy. Look at his record. If Tony Mansalino had a 55.9 winning percentage. I don't know what that would mean. How many more games he would have had to have won to get it to that. Maybe a 57%. Then you'd really have a conversation here. I don't know. There's still a few games left to be played. And who knows? Maybe they go sweep the. Let's just say they sweep the Yankees this weekend for fun. That would be neat. I'd be in favor of it. So that would make him 61 and 52. So that would be one. You have a winning percentage then of 54. My point being, the winning percentage alone is not enough for me to say, well, there's no way you can move on from this guy. And as I've said before, when the Tony Mansolino conversation has come up, for me personally, the record was never going to be all that important. Because from where the Orioles were, it was going to take a miracle, a real miracle, to end up in playoff conversation. As much as we point out, like, the Tigers from last year, the rare instances where a team has been dramatically behind the eight ball, has gotten off to a miserable start, and have figured it out, it's still extraordinarily rare and takes something incredibly dramatic. The record was never going to be how I judged Tony Mansolino. I was going to judge Tony Mansolino by, do we suddenly see dramatically different things from the core Orioles? If these players gain consistency and take serious steps forward, then I think there is an argument for Tony Mansolino no matter what his record was. Because the big picture story for the Orioles is the problems with that group. Gunnar Henderson, for the most part, all good. Got to hit more home runs next year. They need him to be MVP Gunnar Henderson, not good baseball player Gunnar Henderson. But for the most part, not a problem. Jackson Holliday needed to be better. Colton Cowser needed to be much better. Adley Rutschman needed to be dramatically better. Kobe Mayo, or in a world where there was a Heston Kjerstad, needed to take steps forward. And if you want to argue, hey, you've seen a little bit better from Kobe Mayo in the last couple days, you can argue that. But it's not nearly enough of a sample size to suddenly say Kobe Mayo's a known. And Dylan Beavers, we've liked everything we've seen from to this point.
Maybe he could walk a little more.
Yeah, okay. Sure. I'll give you that.
No, I'm just kidding. He walks
I
more
mean,
than he walks more than anyone.
He can walk more. And that's been good, but that's not what we're judging this by. It's the things that were broken, are they fixed? And the reality is no. The broken things aren't fixed. And I get it, Adley Rutschman got hurt again, and so maybe it's unfair to judge, but during the time where Adley Rutschman was playing, we didn't see a better or different version of Adley Rutschman. We haven't seen a consistently better version of Colton Cowser. We've seen a Colton Cowser, again, who has some moments. So the thing that, for me, was the only way that I would judge Tony Mansolino in a world where you're considering him was the core. And the core, I don't feel significantly different about today than I did when Tony Mansolino took over. If anything, do I feel worse about it? I think I do.
And how much of that is injuries?
Yeah,
though?
some of it with Jordan Westburg in particular is injury.
Been,
Adley, I don't know, right? Again, when he was healthy, I didn't see a better version. So now I just have more.
I guess Holiday's better.
I think he's about what he was at the beginning of the year, right? I guess you could say, is he better defensively? Is he better getting on base? I don't know.
Well, he let up that one up the middle last night or
the
other night.
I don't know that I can say I think Jackson Holliday is better. I think I've seen enough consistency to know there's a floor for Jackson Holliday, right? But I don't know that I would say that Jackson Holliday's better than he was at the beginning of the year. So that's the only thing that I'm judging by, Tony Mansolino. And to be fair, for me, Tony Mansolino was going to have to do yeoman's work because he is the antithesis of what it feels like this group needs in a manager. So he was going to have to prove that he could inspire dramatic change for me to be willing to consider him. That wasn't Dan's question, though. Dan's question wasn't my opinion. It was the Orioles. And will the Orioles use the record as a way to say, good guy, does what we tell him to do, we're not planning on sharing power with anyone, so he's exactly what we want. I'd be very surprised still, just based on a little bit of knowledge. I'm not going to. I don't reach out to people every day. You change your mind about Mansolino? The conversations that I had, it felt as though they knew they were going to have to hire a manager. Is it possible that they woke up one day and said, man, we just really like this guy? It's possible. I understand the trepidation. The trepidation is, do the Orioles just always do the easy thing? The easy thing is to not make bold trades or not make, rash signings. It's to
not call up guys when they're.
Do the Orioles just always do the easy thing? And does this give them an out to do the easy, less expensive than going out and getting a marquee manager type of thing? Part of the problem here is we don't really know who's in charge.
Maybe no one right now.
We don't really know who's calling the shots. We don't know. The Orioles still haven't even confirmed the reports last week. That was brought up to me when we had the conversation with Drew yesterday. Is it weird they haven't made Mike Elias available? They haven't even said anything. They're like, oh, right, yeah, that's true. We did do that. Which, again, goes back to the world of, are they still thinking about this? Was their intention for Mike Elias to be the GM and president of baseball operations? And maybe that, I don't know, because they're not telling us. And they might be saying, well, we just want to get through the baseball season. Although the problem...
now it's over.
Well, it's not yet. It's not.
I mean...
I get it. They got eliminated from playoff contention, and so that should provide them their chance to, hey, now that we know it's not going to be in the playoffs, we should be able to be a bit more forthcoming. But they might internally be saying, we just want to get through the next week of baseball, and then we'll start giving you guys a little bit more information. We don't want to distract from the guys on the field. I don't really know how much those guys... I don't know what's more distracting, not having a manager? Right now you don't know who the manager is. So if they say definitively we are planning on hiring a manager, is that more distracting? Because you don't have one right now. I don't know. And it's one more week.
And they may want to try to throw the guys off their game because if they lose out,
they can still
get a top 5 pick.
Top 5 draft pick. That is still in play. They were, I guess, going into yesterday, they were tied for the 5th worst record in baseball. So.
Yeah, I guess so. I saw they were. I don't know. It's they were right now. They were the 8th or 9th worst odds to get the
problem
lottery.
is, with rooting for them to lose games, it goes back to the conversation I had when we were going through this originally, which was it's easy to do that when you know these aren't the Orioles.
Yeah,
those teams.
I don't want Dylan Beavers to suddenly have his.
These players. I don't really care how Jorge Mateo does. He actually made both a nice defensive play and had a double yesterday.
Yeah, sure. Did make a nice catch.
I don't really care how Jorge Mateo does because I don't know if Jorge Mateo is part of the story for the Orioles moving forward. Although I won't be surprised if he is. So I don't really. If Alex Jackson struggles, life will go on. But yes, to your point, I don't want Basayo and Beavers and
Holiday and
right.
Gunnar.
If Tomo Sagano gets his ass kicked, that's fine. But you don't really want Kyle Bradish to get his ass kicked because, he's part of this thing. You don't really want Trevor Rogers to get his ass kicked. So it's awkward. I don't find myself in the way that I found myself in 2019, openly rooting against the Orioles. And that was with no disrespect to Trey or any of those guys that I liked. It was that we had no idea if any of those guys were actually going to be Orioles. They were just guys who were there. It was like the year that Joe Flacco got hurt, and people were mad at me because I wasn't rooting like hell for Ryan Mallett to win football games. I'm like, Ryan Mallett isn't a Raven. May he rest in peace. No disrespect at all to Ryan Mallett. He's not. Jimmy Clausen's not a Raven.
Matt Schaub is, though.
Matt Schaub's not. They're mercenaries. They're just guys that are wearing the uniform because the real guy isn't available. So yeah, I can root. I can say I would prefer if they lost this game.
Why did they play 4 different quarterbacks?
I don't remember.
Why did they keep getting hurt, or was it
somebody? I think somebody else got hurt, and then they just signed somebody else and decided that was who they
carousel
wanted.
Of quarterbacks.
It was very weird. It was a weird year. It was a very weird year. People were mad at me, fighting with me. It was a very. I can't believe you're rooting against the Ravens. I'm like, okay, but during the game, I'm not rooting. It's just at the end, I recognize if they lose, that's probably for the best. That's all. And I can root against the quarterbacks because the quarterbacks have nothing to do with this. Anyway. So, yeah, I haven't had any of those feelings. I haven't had any of the rooting against the Orioles feelings to get a better draft pick.
But we were all happy to see a 1,000-yard Kamar Aiken season.
Did he get 1,000?
I thought he did, didn't he?
It was in the neighborhood. I don't remember if it was 1,000 or not.
Maybe it was like 850 or
Yeah,
something.
it might have been something like that. Maybe you're right that I don't think he got 1,000. I think it was close to 1,000. I don't think it was.
944.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Okay.
Didn't think so.
See, that's what we should have been rooting for, though.
Right,
Come on,
that would've been
1,000
a
yards,
big-
1K
It
Aiken.
changed everything if he had gotten to 1,000. So to Dan's point, could they? Yeah, I get why you're asking the question. I'd still be surprised, and nothing about 57 and 52 says to me that we should change the way that we think about Tony Mansolino, because to me this was never going to be about his record. This was going to be about whether or not the presence of Tony Mansolino as being the point person dramatically changed the reality for the Orioles core players, and he just hasn't. So because of that, my opinion hasn't changed. Nice guy. If the next manager wants to keep him around, cool. A lot of people say, well, you tell that to the next manager. You say you have to keep him around. I am not of that opinion. I don't think you ever tell. If you think you have the right manager, you never tell them who's going to be on their staff. If you believe you have the right manager, then you need to go let them fill their staff. You can make a suggestion. Hey, if you're up for it, we really like Tony Mansolino. We'd like you to consider him. But never the, hey, we'll give you the job as long as you keep Mansolino. No, never doing anything like that when you're hiring somebody. I mean, I think Buzz Williams should have put an alum or somebody, a local person on his staff. But you don't make the hire and say, and we're going to tell you how your staff is going to look. You encourage it, but you don't tell someone. If you think you have the right guy. I have no idea if Maryland has the right guy in Buzz Williams. I have no idea if the Orioles are going to hire the right manager. But if you think you do, you don't tell them how their staff gets put together. Today's show also brought to you by, you know what? I think this one will be brought to you by Navy football.
Ooh.
And there's a couple of really big games coming up. Rice, 1 week from Saturday. Air Force, 2 weeks from Saturday. Spend your Saturdays in Annapolis with Navy football. Great AAC matchups all season long. Don't miss all the exciting action in historic Annapolis at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium. Get your tickets today, NavySports.com. Go Navy, beat Army. And it's so interesting that we say that because we had to do this a little bit earlier on because of his busy schedule at the academy, but we had the opportunity to catch up with a Navy linebacker who had a huge game this past Saturday, MarcAnthony Parker, right here on GCR. Navy football is off to a 3-0 start to the season after a big win down at Tulsa this weekend, and this man had quite the performance in that victory. Career-high 11 tackles, including 2 TFLs and a half a sack. He is Navy linebacker MarcAnthony Parker, and he is with us this morning here on GCR. MarcAnthony, it's Glenn in Baltimore. It's great to chat with you, man. Thank you for taking the time for us.
Appreciate you having me. I mean, yeah, blessed to be here.
Hey, man, you guys fall behind on Saturday. Things are not looking great to start that game. Take me through what the conversation was like, you know, what you guys said to yourself to not panic and to make sure that you kept things on the straight and narrow in order to go get a big road win.
Yeah, so we're big on 1-0. I mean, our team is big on 1-0 mentality. I feel like our team does well with not flinching when adversity comes our way. So we just kept staying positive. We knew it was a rough start, but we stayed positive. We wipe the slate clean, and we just try to go 1-0 every play. And I think that helps. And then obviously for me, probably other players, you know, faith, like God's plan. I don't think it's my plan, it's God's plan. So it's something always to learn from there. So, yeah, trusting in God.
I appreciate that, man. MarcAnthony, like you taking on obviously a much bigger role now as a sophomore, right? Like it's a very different world for you. What was it like facing sort of that adversity for the first time as a starter in that spot and knowing that you needed to come through for your guys and started getting things turned around?
It felt good. I mean, yeah, it felt great. I mean, I'm blessed to have that opportunity to help that team and contribute to the team in that way. But like again, it's God's plan. Like being able to, I don't think it's nothing crazy or anything. It's 1-0 mentality. Like last year, maybe I wasn't getting more playing time when I came in. I tried to take advantage of the reps and just keep trusting in God, really. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's anything bigger than it is. I just think you're just getting more reps. Everybody that in our team can play, and then I was just blessed with the opportunity to get that amount of snaps, those amount of snaps. Yeah.
I understand that. MarcAnthony Parker from Navy is with us here on GCR. MarcAnthony, you as we talk about you taking on that role, right? What were the things that maybe you learned during your first season, and obviously being around leaders like Colin, that maybe help prepare you for moving into this type of role now as a sophomore?
Colin has helped me a lot. I mean, learning from my first year, you come from high school, you're thinking, yeah, I'm gonna come in and I'm just gonna play like right away. I think that's almost everybody's mentality, really. It's like, oh, I'm gonna play. Then like you come in first day and you see yourself like way like buried on the depth chart. You're like, dang, like, okay, I got work to do. So yeah, just locking in on the playbook, trusting it obviously in God's plan, and then just learning from Colin, learning from the upper class people. Colin was a great mentor. He's still around coaching and TADing for us, so it's still good to learn from him too. But he was a good mentor, and like I would take stuff from him, and I would strive to learn stuff from him, so I don't make those mistakes. If he made a mistake, I wouldn't want to make that mistake, or not make the same mistakes. But it was definitely different my first year. Definitely like mentally, it's kind of like hard on you because you see yourself buried on the depth chart. But just again, having that 1-0 mentality, taking practice pretty seriously, like our coaches preach, and then blessed to now have that starting position, starting role, and I hope. And I think in our room too, like our linebacker room is very competitive. Everybody's trying to learn. I hope that continues on. Like I want to be around competitors. So yeah.
I appreciate that. You having a game like this for yourself. Again, hearing you, and I'm not surprised because I know that it's all about the team. I understand that. But for you to have a game like this, a conference game, a road game, a game where you guys were struggled, what does it mean to you? And I'm not doubting that you ever lost belief in yourself or anything like that, but to go have a performance like that and maybe remind everybody this is what you're capable of as a Navy football player, what did that mean to you?
Well, it meant a lot. I mean, showing people that, like I could dominate, like I could play. I was playing my, the teammates saw in practice, but like in the games, it means a lot more. And then just, it wasn't really a surprise to me. Again, like for me, that game, I didn't even feel like I played like really well, to be honest. But I'm gonna be honest, me and my dad were talking about it. Like me and my dad and my brother, we feel like I didn't really feel like I played that well. But there's so much more to improve on. But like just like proving it to them, proving it to the coaches, it's just building trust. Like, yes, I can do this. And then also in the linebacker room, showing them like this is what like you need to do, or like this is what just learning from people, like the games and making these plays and stuff like that. I feel like, and just in general, people can learn from that too in a room too.
I respect that. I respect it. I mean, boy, if that wasn't a great game, I can't wait to see what the great game is. I can't wait to see what's next. You reference your brother there, and I know whenever I have my first conversation with someone who's playing at the academy, I always ask, why, right? And I wonder how much of a role your brother did play in you making this decision for yourself. For those that don't know, your brother played soccer at Navy, correct?
So,
But you were a young man at that point. I don't know how much you remember of it. How much did that play a role, and why? Again, why Navy for you? Why was this the right path for you to take?
Seeing him graduate from the Naval Academy and then seeing what kind of person he is, I don't think it's so much. It was obviously the military, but it was mostly like just the person he is. Like he's more mature, like he's stable, like the money that's all there, but like just how he became mature. He's a good person. obviously he does things like the right way, and then like just like family guy, God, like faith guy, just everything, honestly. Like that's why I feel like Navy, like being around, his friends are like Naval Academy grads. These are great people. Like you're constantly around like great people, like just in general. I feel like that plays a big role in like, schools and colleges. Like you are who you're around. So like being around like these great people that I'm around, even like the teammates, my football team, just people at the school, like there's great people here. So I feel like that will push me to strive me to become a better person.
How much did you ever question whether you were cut out for it? Did you ever, as you were growing up, think like, man, it worked for my brother, but I don't know, man? Or
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you told me beginning of my junior year, probably yeah. Or like yeah, beginning junior football season, leading into my junior football season, I was going to Navy, I would probably laugh at you,
really?
honestly. Like
Wow.
yeah. I would probably laugh at you.
So what
My
changed?
mom, huh?
What changed?
Um, just yeah, constantly going to the games and just seeing. I really looked into it, how my brother is and stuff, and I really looked into the Naval Academy. I mean, people had the wrong assumption. I had the wrong assumption in the Naval Academy. I was like, no, I'm not doing like all this, but I feel like it's the right, like it's a great thing. It's not as bad as people think, but yeah, I mean, we told me like during that time I was going to Navy. I was like, no, there's no way. Even though my brother went, like, no, and my mom even thought it too. At that time too, yeah.
Does it help that you are not far away from you're from Fredericksburg, Virginia?
Yeah.
Does it help that you're not far away from your family, that they're able to come to games, things like that?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it does help a lot. I mean, I bring friends, my friend, like some of my teammates will come home with me. We'll chill, watch college football, other
That's
college
cool.
football games or NFL football games. Yeah. But yeah, it does help a lot, yeah. But I don't go home like literally all the time, but it does help that it's your drive away from, yeah,
That's really cool.
the
That's
house.
really, really cool. Marc-Anthony Parker from Navy with us here on GCR. They got the bye week this week after a 3-0 start. Marc-Anthony, after everything that you guys accomplished last year, right? Like, how much going into this year? And I know you're going to tell me we care about one thing. It's going 1-0. I understand that. But how much belief did you guys have in what you are capable of doing, and maybe some of those big picture goals? Not obviously a year ago you win the Commander-in-Chief's trophy and you win a great bowl game, but like winning the conference, maybe making how much do you guys believe that this group is capable of doing some of those things?
We're very capable. I mean, we have high goals, like you said. Our big goals, obviously, which make the college football playoffs. I mean, that's like the big goal. I feel like we have, and we're very, very capable. I feel like this team, defensive wise, is like the coach just said, like one of the most athletic teams we have had in a while. I mean, we're not as we don't have as much experience, but we're very athletic, and I feel like the ceiling's very high for us. Like college football playoffs, winning the conference, obviously the CIC, but like yeah, and I like where our head is. We're still obviously 1-0, but like we just got to keep improving and keep accomplishing that goal because yeah, we want to win the CIC. Yeah, we want to go 1-0. Yeah, we want to do this, but we really like we want to really make it to college football playoffs. Like that's like our like really like real goal. Like I feel like
I think it's a very practical goal too.
yeah.
I think it's something you can do. What was the focus? What has the focus been like during the bye? I know last week, was a tough week for everybody, right? At the academy, and there was a lot going on. I think everybody's very familiar with it. But what was the focus after a game in which you do, fall behind a little bit? Maybe it wasn't the most perfect performance. What was the focus and what was the conversation like this week as you get an extra week before you have to play Rice?
Yeah, the focus is fundamentals. I mean, we had some fundamentals issues in the Tulsa game that brought us behind. So we really harped on fundamentals for football, and then also just taking care of the players. I mean, we're a little banged up. Some players are banged up, so taking care of our players, just being smart, and yeah, just harping on fundamentals and being smart, and obviously getting prepared for Rice.
I guess.
So yeah.
I guess what I think about, I brought up you guys face some adversity. Now I'm thinking through it a little bit more. Like, what is adversity to a Navy athlete, right? Like, falling behind by 2 scores is nothing in comparison to what you guys are going to be dealing with on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, that's the good thing about Navy football. I feel like we're we're one of the best teams, if not the best team in the nation, with dealing with adversity. I mean, we deal with adversity every day here. Right. I mean, you can have a rough day here at the Naval Academy very easily. So especially your first year here. Like last year, I had some rough days. You're like on a time schedule and everything. You have so many things to do. You just get lost, and then next thing you know, you miss this. Next thing you know, you miss this. And you're like, oh dang! And then there's repercussions for that. So that's why we deal with adversity, and we're football players, so we also got to deal with football. So I feel like that's like a superpower for us, like our strength coach says. We have superpowers. So our superpower is dealing with adversity, our effort, attitude, and toughness, and being able to not flinch. Like, it is what it is. I mean, yeah.
I love that. I think that sounds great, man.
Yeah.
I mentioned Rice next Saturday. That's at home, and then Air Force at home the following week. So the next, not this Saturday, but the next 2 Saturdays would be really great days for folks to make the plan to get to Annapolis to check out the mids. Saturday afternoon in Annapolis. There's nothing quite like it, and obviously the Air Force game is truly one of the most special days that we get all year. MarcAnthony, how can folks be giving you a follow, like on social media? Are you on Instagram or Twitter or anything like that?
I mean, I'm on Instagram, Twitter. My Instagram is MarcAnthony.Parker10.
Okay.
And then Twitter, if you want to follow me on Twitter, I believe it's it's probably the same thing, or MarcAnthony.Parker.
MarcAnthony. So, I'm double checking it right now to make sure.
Okay. Or the 2020.
Yes, MarcAnthony 2023. That's you.
Okay. MarcAnthony 2023.
Very good.
So
that's how you follow him on Twitter. MarcAnthony, so happy for you, man. Awesome. Again, as I said, if that wasn't a particularly good performance, I can't wait for the really good performances that are going to be coming for you. Congratulations on a great start for your team, and thank you so much for taking the time for us this morning.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm blessed to be here. Yes, sir.
MarcAnthony Parker from Navy with us here on GCR. Appreciate him taking the time as they're off to that 3-0 start. The Maryland 5-star returns in just 1 month to Fair Hill in Cecil County, the place to be. Not just a world-class sporting event, but a celebration of the fall here in the state of Maryland. The Corgi Cup, the Ponies, Food and Wine Festival, great shopping, so much more. Get your tickets, Maryland 5-star with the number 5.us. When we come back in, we'll make some picks. KZ will join us. That's next. Glenn Clark Radio. Feeling sluggish, unfocused, or not like yourself? It could be low testosterone. At Game Day Men's Health, we specialize in testosterone replacement therapy to help men boost energy, improve mood, and regain confidence. Our treatments, including testosterone cypionate, are safe, natural, and tailored to fit your lifestyle with weekly injections or pellet therapy. Get started today with a free testosterone test and feel the difference. GameDayMen'sHealth.com. Game Day Men's Health, where men reclaim their game.
For fans of the Costas Inn, and who isn't, I have some great news. Now there's a second location to go along with 4100 North Point Boulevard. This one is at the Timonium OTB. This is Stan the Fan, and I have been a fan of the Costas Inn and Triantopoulos family for going on 30 years. They're open for lunch and dinner. Same great Costas feel, same great menu and quality food you've been enjoying for well over 50 years. The exact address on your GPS is 2200 York Road, and their phone number at the new location is 667-406-1975. If you're new to the Costas experience, get ready for a real treat. All wrapped up in a new spacious dining room in Timonium at the OTB. If you want steamed crabs, you have them, and the full menu at 4100 North Point Boulevard. The number for reservations there at Costas, 410-477-1975.
Gambling can be a fun and entertaining experience, but there are risks involved. If you're planning on betting on the game at the casino or on your phone or computer, know your limit, stay within it. Set a budget and a time to stop. Remember, gambling isn't a financial solution, and it doesn't mix well with alcohol or drugs. Know the risks and have a plan before you begin gambling. For free and confidential services, call 1-800-GAMBLER 24/7 or go to helpmygamblingproblem.org.
Looking for Baltimore's premier waterfront dining experience? Head to Nick's Fish House, located in the Baltimore Peninsula. Enjoy crabs all year long, plus happy hour Monday through Thursday from 3 to 6. Planning a celebration? From rehearsal dinners to corporate crab feasts, Nick's is the spot to make it unforgettable. And the fun doesn't stop there. Live music fills the air every Thursday through Sunday. Check out the full lineup at nicksfishhouse.com. Nick's, it's where Baltimore comes to eat, drink, and play by the water.
Game day gets even better at Live Casino. Score a live jersey on September 6th and bucket hat on September 27th. Plus, catch our big plays, big pays hot seats on select game days. When the home team scores, the prize pool doubles. And we'll give away a $50 sports and social gift card with every touchdown. Take it to the end zone at Live Casino. At Arundel Mills, must be 21. Please play responsibly. For help, visit mdgamblinghelp.org or call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Make the most out of every day in your Toyota RAV4. Available in hybrid or gas-only models. A RAV4 can get you where you want to go in style. Check out buyatoyota.com for deals on new RAV4s from your local Toyota dealer today.
Coming back in here with Glenn and the other guy, Garrett, whatever his name is. You know who they are.
All right, back in here on GCR, and you know our next guest because he's part of Project Game Day, which will be back on Monday night, immediately following Ravens-Lions. Come hang out with myself, Rita, Griffin, maybe Andrew Stecca. We'll see. Depends if he's golfing or whatever. Tyus Bowser, former Ravens linebacker, and of course, Mr. Ken Zalis, who's with us this morning here on GCR when he's not crashing out. Talking about the Browns fans who were angry last week. KZ, you recovered from all that yet?
I'm good. It's just stupid. It's just stupid.
KZ had a moment.
Like our football team sucks. So let's have the lead columnist make up a story for everybody to get upset.
How funny was that? I bet Jerry Judy's angry about the.
I'm like, it's just so stupid.
I'm so sure.
And to be honest, like. I like her, and she's like one of the best that covers a home team in the NFL. Everybody has her on when they talk about the Browns, and I don't know. It's really weird for me.
I'm with you. It was really weird. Well, it's good to see you. You're not playing Keon Coleman over any of Calvin Ridley, Terry McLaurin, or Chris Olave, are you?
I am not.
Figured that was probably the case.
Bills' offense is too spread out. Let's call.
Too spread out. I keep wanting Keon Coleman to be the thing. Okay, so then are you playing any of these guys over Keon Coleman? Ready? I guess it's DJ Moore, but I'm already playing a Dunze. Can I play both DJ Moore and Roman
No,
Dunze?
you can't.
So do I play?
Are you sure you can't? I don't know.
Right? I'm really struggling.
They're playing the Cowboys this week.
I'm really struggling with that. I could play Hollywood Brown. I could play Troy Franklin. Those are my options, or I got to stick with Keon Coleman.
Have we seen anything on Hollywood? Is he okay?
I haven't seen anything that would suggest that
he's I like the volume he's getting. I just worry about him. But, that's a weird offense all of a sudden. Thornton was the guy.
Well, who am I playing?
Hollywood Brown.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
DJ Moore then or Wan'Dale Robinson, I guess. Or Nick Chubb. I'm already playing Roma Dunze.
I can't do two Bears. I'm going to go Chubb. Chubb looks pretty good. He's getting all the work.
I don't know.
Like he's getting all the work. And he's getting the goal line carries.
There is a part of me that says if I didn't have Roma Dunze, I'd be playing DJ Moore. So why don't I just play DJ Moore, right?
Well, yeah, but everybody keeps on telling us that Rome is the number one receiver
now. I get it.
I got to keep playing Marvin Harrison, right, over...
By the way,
Wan'Dale or Marvin Harrison, Jr.?
Wan'Dale or... Harrison's look good. Wan'Dale's going to be up and down. I'd probably go Harrison there.
Okay.
I mean, everybody's going to make Wan'Dale a thing this week because he had the big week. And that offense, he's going to have big weeks, but trying to predict when they are and thinking they're going to be two in a row, they're not putting up numbers like that every week. It's just not happening.
Anything else?
Probably.
Ibuka didn't practice today. Just
Oh, good. That's good news.
If anybody has him,
I do have him. Would you? I have to play Isaiah Pacheco.
I'm playing Jaden Daniels as long as he plays, right? Like, there's no reason to not play Jaden Daniels unless he's hurt. Unless he's not
top 5 quarterback. Unless you have Lamar, I mean, I don't know.
Would you drop Evan Ingram or Dylan Sampson to pick up Kenneth Gainwell?
No.
Okay.
Devontae Smith or Jalen Waddle tonight?
Smith.
Okay. Smith over Wan'Dale Robinson as well?
Waddle's been banged up.
Yeah.
I don't think he finished last week, and I haven't seen him practice.
We'll test shoulder pregame. So okay, so yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not thrilled about that. That's an in-game injury ready to happen.
And you're
a short week.
Are you playing Harold Fannin over Mark Andrews?
No.
No.
What's he done?
Fannin?
He had one good week. What did he do last week?
Well, okay, but Mark Andrews hasn't had a good week yet.
But
he's going to. Don't know if you heard.
He's going to score a touchdown this week.
Oh boy. I was thinking about dropping him in one league altogether. I'm so frustrated.
Would you roster Fannin over Caleb Johnson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, that dude's buried for a while. He's buried.
All right.
He lost
We got to get to the point.
No, I got to add Harold Fannin.
No, get to the point. It's time for picks. By the way, join us for game day on Monday night. PressBoxOnline.com/game day. Jeremy Kahn is taking the lead going into this week. He is 2 games up on Andrew Stetka, 3 games up on Griffin, Joe Serpico, and James Revere. I'm right in the middle, 5 games back. Then Kyle, John Proctor, and KZ are all 6 games back. John and Little Rock, 7 games back. Ryan Chell, 9 games back. And Paul Valley, so far, 6-18 on the year after a statement 4-5 last week to get back into the conversation. As always, 3 college games, 6 NFL games. Where are we starting?
We will be starting in Madison, Wisconsin, as the Maryland Terrapins head to Wisconsin and take on the Badgers. It's at noon Saturday on NBC, and Wisconsin is laying 9.5.
I don't understand how this line is only 9.5. I do not understand.
See, a lot of people are saying the other thing. They're like, why is this 9.5?
Wisconsin's not good.
I understand that, but I went to the last time Maryland played Wisconsin in Madison, and I'm pretty sure they lost 100-0. I'm not doing this, Wisconsin.
Wow.
What do you mean? Wow.
You're ridiculous.
This is where
like
KZ's
Mr.
made
Turp.
up. No, not at all. And you know
Like
that's not.
Mr.
You've
Turp, we got
spoken-
the flag flying in the background.
You've spoken to Malik
I
Washington.
live here.
You've spoken to Malik Washington, haven't you?
I have
that?
multiple times.
And you're still going to pick against him.
Yes.
They didn't cover against Towson. Let's be honest.
Okay, but that was only because they didn't want to be fair. That is
true.
That's what you
could have if
yeah,
they wanted to.
That's your
they were
story?
up by $1 billion, and then Mike Loxley decided he was going to take it easy on his alma mater.
That's your story.
Okay.
I will take the Badgers, surprising everybody.
Yeah, big shocker there.
Surprising.
Wisconsin's probably the right pick here. You know, they just got beat down on the road at Alabama. Now they get to come home, and it's in a bit of a bounce back spot here. But I mean, yeah, Wisconsin hasn't looked they haven't looked great. They won they put 17 points up on Miami, Ohio. And
Maryland put up 20 against Northern Illinois, dog.
Well, Northern Illinois is a good squad.
Not really.
I don't like going against Malik Washington and the Terps here, but I do have to. So I will go with Wisconsin.
Until proven otherwise, man. I hope they go win this game, and all of a sudden we're having a dramatically different conversation.
That would be yeah.
But
And all I need is just one more win for my over.
Until proven otherwise, road game in the Big Ten, that number better be bigger. That number better be more like 17 for me to think about.
Most of the crew has come to their senses. There are 4 backers of the Terps. Paul Valley wants to remain on the bottom here, so he will take the Terps. As is John and Little Rock, Joe Serpico, and James Revere.
John and Little Rock being a homer. I like it.
Now to 3:30. John and Little Rock also wanted to know he was disappointed that we're not doing big noon kickoff. Sorry, I guess big 10 a.m. kickoff in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Texas Tech, Utah.
Yeah.
Get right on
that'll
that.
be a 10 a.m. local
Get
kick
right
for
on
those
that.
for those boys. Number 22, Auburn taking on the Oklahoma
Could have picked
Sooners.
the game day game this week. Florida Miami, big showdown there.
That's
where
a good
their
one.
game day.
I can't believe we didn't pick that game.
Yeah. We probably should have. Number 11 ranked Oklahoma Sooners
Yes.
are hosting Auburn, and the Sooners are laying 6.5.
I picked against Oklahoma, against Michigan. I'm not doing it again. Oklahoma. I'm a believer in Mateer. I'm all in. Oklahoma.
I have been all in. I like this team. I liked everything I've seen from this year. I am going to go with the Sooners.
Yeah, I like John Mateer quite a bit as well, so I don't have a whole lot to add. I will take Oklahoma at home here. Backing Auburn, though, is Jeremy Kahn, Joe Serpico, and Ryan Shell taking Auburn.
Coming off a 2-7 week.
Then to Saturday night, also on NBC at 7:30, we are going to Bloomington, Indiana. The number 19 ranked Indiana Hoosiers are hosting the number 9 ranked Illinois Fighting Illini, and the Hoosiers are laying 5.5.
I have a question first. Raise your hand if you thought Illinois was in the top 10 in football this year.
I knew that.
I know everyone was
I
hot
had no
and bothered about
idea.
it. Yeah.
No idea at all.
This just feels to me like I don't know enough about either one of these. I know the two quarterbacks. That's the list of things that I know. I know Kurt Signetti. Those are the things I know. So what I know is good team, getting points. Give me that team. Give me Illinois.
I like everything I have seen out of Indiana offensively. So I'm going to stick with the home team here.
Right.
I don't pretend, and I'm very honest. I was stunned when I saw that Illinois was a top 10 football team. Where did that come from? But Indiana's been good for a couple of years, and I like that offensive scheme that they run there. I'm going to take the Hoosiers.
I mean, yeah, Indiana's absolutely like steamrolling teams, but they're also playing, they're playing Indiana State, and I forget who was it, like Western Illinois maybe was the other one. So yeah, sure.
I think the only team that Illinois has played so far is Duke, to be fair.
Yeah, but Duke is an ACC team, and the ACC might be the best conference in college.
Yeah, is that what you think?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we'll find out. Florida, Miami, we'll settle it. But I like Luke Altmaier a lot.
I do too.
I think they're the better team, and they're getting points.
This is what we're doing. We're just naming the quarterbacks. That's what this segment really is.
Yeah,
that's as much as we have when it comes to college football.
It's fun to do that.
We know the name of the quarterback or not?
It is fun to do that. I will take the
Like, for example, Auburn, do not. Can't name the Auburn
Jackson
quarterback.
Arnold. Jackson Arnold.
If you say so.
Yeah. And he blew it. He blew it at home against Oklahoma last year. So Oklahoma was easily the pick in that one. Sorry to the Auburn backers. We are split on this one. Glenn and I on Illinois. Joe Serpico, John in Little Rock, John Proctor, and Paul Valley is on Illinois.
We had a good run.
Yeah, but Ryan Shell's on Indiana, so something's
got
to give here.
That's true.
It's a 6-6 split there. To the NFL, we're skipping Thursday Night Football because we don't want to beg anybody to lay the 12, 14, whatever point.
What do you think Mike McDaniel's going to do next? That's what we should be betting on.
What's he going to say in his
tonight? I mean, this is definitely his final game, right?
No, he doesn't get fired. You think
you
he
don't
gets
think
fired?
So? I think he does.
I mean,
dude, he said
everyone expects them to lose by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, but like he said after the last game, to win you have to win. Like he's lost.
Well, I mean, it's the NFL. You can't lose and win.
Well, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
You're right. He does have a point. I think I think
Jalen Waddle's banged up.
You got the extra weekend. I think this might be it for Mike McDaniel.
All right, we'll see. I'll take the
it's not
the
a
under
bet.
or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not making a bet.
I'll take Mike McDaniel survives.
Okay. Good luck.
He coaches in week 4.
I'd be in favor of them winning because the Bills are going to have to lose some games at some point.
Yeah.
If the Ravens are going to find their way into the conversation. I don't know that.
They play like the
somebody
Chiefs.
shared out their schedule. And I was just like, oh god,
They've got the Chiefs coming up.
There are no L's on this schedule. Yeah, it's bad.
Bengals at the Vikings on Sunday. We got the Jake Browning versus Carson Wentz Bowl here, and the Vikings are laying 2.5 at home.
I have no idea what to make of this game. How do you pick this game? Who would you rather have as your quarterback in this spot? Like, a lot of people are arguing, is there a chance the Vikings offense looks better with Carson Wentz as their quarterback than it looked last week? And the answer is, yeah, it's plausible. I think we all have a weird level of confidence in Jake Browning just because, like, whenever he's played, he's kept the Bengals afloat. So I guess there's a part of me that says, like, if you're getting points, you should probably take it. This is the weirdest game. I'm actually angry that we decided to pick this game. Not because I get it. Like, the Bengals are 2-0. The Vikings, I understand, but it's 2 backup quarterbacks, man. What the hell do you make of this? I'll just take the Bengals.
So, yes, 2 backup quarterbacks, and I don't even remember what I wrote on this, but so this may be a change, Griff. But when there's 2 backup quarterbacks and kind of mirror images of what they have offensively on each side, I'll go with the better defense, and to me, that's the Vikings. So I'll take the Vikings here, and why did we pick this game of the week?
Yeah, I mean, Vikings sounds like the right thing. The last time they played, it was also, or Jake Browning played the last time that the Vikings played the Bengals, and he went off. I don't know, he had like 2 touchdowns. But they and he was mad because they cut him. So that's something that was meaningful to Jake Browning. So the Vikings cut Jake Browning. I don't know. I don't really want to bet on Carson Wentz, even though the Vikings do definitely have the better defense between the two. But the Bengals are getting points, so I will take Cincinnati here as well. Most of everybody is on the Vikings. Glenn and I on Cincy. Jeremy Kahn is on the Bengals, and John in Little Rock is on the Cincinnati Bengals. Right. So we're in the minority here. Staying in the 1 o'clock window, the Steelers are going on the road to New England, and they are laying 1.5 against the Patriots.
I don't like either of these teams. Man, I mean, I get the Patriots beat the Dolphins, but I don't know what would give me confidence in them. I just have so little confidence. This is such a crapshoot game that there's a part of you that says just take the team that's getting the points, but it's only a point that you're playing with, so I don't really know how much that helps you. I don't know. Steelers.
Yeah, I'm going to go the other way. I'm usually like that, but I coming into the season, I thought New England would be better. I don't know what to make of them so far, and last week's offensive production was nice to see, but I do like the sum of the parts, and I think the Steelers' offense was closer to what we saw last week than what we saw in Week 1 against the
I probably
Jets.
agree with that.
And their defense is a problem because their defense so far is not the Steelers defense that we all grew up with. I'm going to take the Patriots here. It's only about, like you said, it's only 1.5. Close game. I'll take the home team only giving up 1.5.
Yeah, this is a tough one to pick. Steelers. I think they have to get a win here. I don't know. Maybe they don't. Maybe it's not a must-win game. You know what helmets the Patriots are wearing this week?
The Patriot?
They are.
They are.
So that makes this increasingly tougher. But again, it feels like just the way that the defense has played through the first 2 weeks, it feels like they have to bounce back here. I like the Patriots overall as well. Like I'm a big fan of Drake May. But I feel like everyone's counting out the Steelers right now, and that's exactly where they want to be. So I'll take the Steelers getting a win on the road here. Alongside Glenn, John Proctor joins us on the Steelers, and Ryan Shell is on the Pittsburgh Steelers. We are the 4 on Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't. I don't feel
inspiring.
quite. Yeah,
not inspiring.
Staying still in the 1 o'clock window, the LA Rams are coming to the East Coast to take on the Philadelphia Eagles in a NFC divisional round rematch. I don't think there'll be any snow on the ground this time.
This is a 1 o'clock game.
Yes.
Of course,
Eagles.
we get the national game is Cowboys-Bears.
Sweet.
And a handful of
see
people
DJ Moore and
can watch Rams-Eagles, unquestionably the best game of the week. Why not?
Eagles are laying 3.5 against the Rams.
This feels reverse locky to me. By the way, today's picks are also brought to you by Live Casino and Hotel. The best place to spend your football Sunday is inside sports and social at Live Casino and Hotel. This is a weird, all of the football nerds would tell you that what's going on with the Eagles' passing offense should actually be alarming. That don't just get caught up in their 2-0 start. Like the number, how insane is it that did you guys see the PFF, Pro Football Focus, put out their power rankings this week? And do you know who their number 1 team is in the NFL?
The PFS number 1 ranked team, like the Chiefs or something.
The Baltimore Ravens.
Ayo. Well, they got that right.
Their number 2 is the Buffalo Bills. Okay. Now, if only we had something
Yeah.
between those two teams.
A real measurement.
Some way to measure which one of those two. With all due respect, they have the Eagles third. They're really down on what the Eagles have actually done so far, despite the fact that they're sitting at 2-0. This is one of those weird spots where, like, I'll probably regret it, and it's insane to pick a West Coast team when I know I like the other team better, but there's something about the 3.5. I am absolutely getting suckered by the hook right here. Like, there is no doubt in my mind that I am getting suckered and I'm going to lose because I care too much about this hook. The Eagles will win by 4, but I'm taking the Rams.
I am not. I am going with the Eagles. I don't care how they've won and what they look like, and if they don't throw the ball. 1 o'clock coming over. The history of it isn't good. I think the Eagles roll here.
Seahawks just came over to Pittsburgh and they won in the 1 o'clock window. But again, I still do typically live by that.
Are the Seahawks playing in this game?
No, they're not. But I'm just saying
just
there's there's recent history of the opposite. However, I am a believer in that. In that reasoning. I don't know. You can't stop the Eagles' run game, and the Rams specifically cannot stop Saquon Barkley. And every time it gets to 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, you know the Eagles are going to convert. 3.5 does seem like kind of a lot here, but I'm going to go ahead and lay it with the Eagles. KZ on Philly. I think we're pretty split here. Ryan Shell's on Philly. Kyle Ottenheimer's on Philly. Ken, John Proctor, Joe Serpico, of course, and James Revere and myself all on the Eagles.
That means I get both
you
Jeremy
get both of them.
and Paul.
Both of them.
You get Paul, Jeremy, and Esteka.
Yeah, but I don't really care about that. No disrespect to Stecca. I get Jeremy, who we think knows what he's doing, and Paul, who has no idea what he's doing.
Correct.
Weird. Very weird how that works.
Someone's got to give here on Sunday.
Do we all agree that this will be the last year to tush push because of the last
because
week?
of what happened last week?
It was obviously they moved.
I think the question will become first whether the NFL sends out a memo this week and says you need to be paying a little bit closer attention, and we see a few more flags thrown. I think that will be the more interesting part of the conversation for now. I do think everybody around the league says the momentum is moving towards the tush push getting banned. But
what do you say? What do you ban? You ban the formation?
Griffin,
you ban?
I'm with you.
You're not allowed to go for it on 4th and 1 ever now, or like.
Look, and other people pointed out like, hey, you can just say that they moved and they did, but like, there's also Chiefs players clearly putting their hand down beyond the line, like beyond the neutral zone. Right. So. I don't know what they do. I really don't. I don't know what they do.
If I'm playing the Eagles, I think you when you're warming the defense, I think you make everything it's 1st and 9. Like you do not let them get to 1 yard.
I hear you.
Like,
of course, that's what you want to do,
like
but they get 2 plays for that. Like they'll just go for it on 4th. It's crazy. Go.
4 o'clock window on CBS. Denver Broncos at the LA Chargers, and the Chargers looking to go 3-0 in the AFC West, -2.5. Against the Broncos.
This really is like a statement game right now, right? Because like I was a huge Broncos believer coming into the year.
And then they just give up that field goal. I mean, how could you just the leverage? They should have known.
Such an insane way that game went.
Ridiculous.
I'm not backing off yet. Broncos.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I there's nothing that the Broncos have really done that would deter me from thinking the Broncos are the better team. What's it, 2.5?
It is, 2.5.
Yeah, it's
Broncos
not,
are getting 2.5.
Right. I'm taking the better team with the points. Mm-hmm. There's no home field advantage in this game because it's the Chargers. So I'll take the Broncos.
I don't like buying into the Chargers. I think because of Greg Roman. However, it doesn't seem like Greg Roman. It doesn't seem like a Greg Roman offense through the first 2 weeks. Like they are throwing the ball quite a lot, and they've looked good doing it. Broncos do need to bounce back, though. Chargers have looked really good for 2 weeks, so I'm gonna lay the points with the Chargers at home here. I am on the Chargers. Jeremy Conn, Andrew Stecca on the LA Chargers. Joe Serpico, John in Little Rock, John Proctor, Kyle, and then Paul Valley on the LA Chargers.
Is it just us? Is it just Ken Zalis?
I guess I read it. No. It's James. Ken, Ryan Shell is on the Broncos.
That's not inspiring.
I should have read the Broncos.
It's not inspiring at all.
We got so many people. It's hard.
I know,
it's hard
tough.
to quickly look at it. Arizona Cardinals, a battle of 2-0s here at the San Francisco 49ers, and the Niners are laying 2.5. against the Cardinals.
I like the Cardinals here. I get that like they tried to yuck it up at the end against the Panthers last week. I'm not a believer in the 49ers. Like both teams have benefited from their schedule so far. I don't know. I think I like if Brock Purdy was healthy, I don't know that I would feel this way. But without Brock Purdy, I actually like the Cardinals defense against the 49ers. Give me the Cardinals in this spot.
Can't believe you're betting against Mac Jones.
Yeah, I know.
I just
insane, right?
He looked
This
good.
is the guy Kyle Shanahan won it all along too.
All along, and he's going to prove a point with him that we shouldn't have given Brock Purdy all that money. But
they're saying there's a chance Purdy goes, right?
Is there?
He practiced yesterday.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He was
yeah,
limited
there's a
yesterday.
chance.
Oh, okay.
There's a chance. I think he's realized real quick. It's like, system quarterback, yeah. So I'm going to take the 49ers here. I think they're the better football team. There is just something missing with the Cardinals for me. They just, like, the sum of their parts feel like they should be better, but they're not. And, until Christian McCaffrey isn't healthy, I'm going to ride with the 49ers because he's a cheat code.
I agree. If there's a chance Purdy plays, it feels like that makes the Niners even kind of more no-brainer here. I think, and they are the better team, the 49ers are, so I will take San Francisco here as well, despite laying a 2.5 here. Glenn on Arizona, as is Andrew Stetka, back in the hometown team. John in Little Rock, John Proctor, and then Paul Valley and Ryan Scheller, both on Arizona.
But
had a good run.
We did it, KZ.
But Stetka never backs the Cardinals.
That's
so
true, actually.
Yeah.
He never does.
But we got Jeremy, though.
He must know something.
All right.
And then finally, Monday Night Football, the Ravens hosting the Detroit Football Lions on Monday Night Football. It's the Ravens minus 4.5. That's the line.
Was that number larger?
I thought it
was.
Week? I thought it was 5.5 at some point, and I was like, "What?"
Because that's like I really was leaning towards making a Lions pick, but if the number's down to 4.5, I think I go Ravens here. Like I think you're getting some value on that Ravens.
Lamar's pretty good against the
he's
other
very
conference.
good against the NFC. Oh, but hang on, Griffin. I did send you some information that could be concerning here that you might want to share with everybody.
Do I have to change my pick?
You might want to think about it. You might. Well, it's in Twitter. Yeah, where you were. Right. You would go to what I send you, and this is concerning when it comes to whether or not Mike Payton, who covers the Lions apparently for whatever A to Z Sports is, and admittedly I'm not familiar, but it does appear to be a real thing and not like butt crack sports or whatever. He says, here's your moon stat for the week. The Lions are playing the Ravens during a waxing crescent moon. The Lions are 9-1 on these moons in the last 2 seasons. You're going to go against that? I already did, so I don't really have the choice. 9-1. Oh, hang on. He answered the question of who they lost.
The Seahawks in 2023.
The Seahawks in 2023, but it was a bird team. For what it's worth, they lost. I don't know if that matters.
Wow. Well, this
interesting. Thank you for pointing that out.
I don't know how that impacts your pick.
This does not do anything for me.
That's surprising.
I don't know what a crescent moon is.
Waxing crescent. Get it right.
I don't know. I know even less about that. Does it come in a roll form?
It's 2025. We want to make sure
is it good with a little bit of butter on? I don't know.
The moon wants to make sure that it's in good shape, so it gets waxed. They never know who might be coming over tonight.
Yeah, you can't have a hairy.
I also found Lamar Jackson's 13-21 against the spread. When laying between 4 to 8 points.
Oh,
Monday night, grass field. I'm taking the Ravens. I mean, I'm a little concerned about who may not.
But think about the moon shining off of
for the Ravens. But there's no way I'm going to take the Lions here.
Yeah, Goff is 0-3 against the Ravens straight up, and they typically lose by quite a bit. Lamar's 24-2 against the NFC. That's also pretty good, I think. Yeah, I'm going to take the Ravens. Did you say Ravens too, Glenn?
Yes, I said Ravens.
Okay. There are a few linebackers. John in Little Rock, of course, always going against the Ravens. Joe Serpico and James Revere on Detroit.
Yeah, he doesn't want them to get too on their high horse, John. He's got to keep them humbled, and I appreciate that about him. You haven't earned it yet. You haven't earned my respect. You got to do that. All right, KZ. Monday night, late night show. coming to hang?
I don't know. I have
stop
to
it
check
with
with
that.
God. You know, it is a Jewish holiday, so.
Oh, wait. Is Monday the
Rosh
holiday or Tuesday the
Yeah,
holiday?
it is. No, well, it's
Starts at
Monday night
sundown,
for
I guess.
Starts at
Tuesday.
sundown. Well, what is, I mean,
So if I get a special
Why are they
note,
playing a football game?
If I get a special note, I will be there.
all
But
right. Well,
these things are
what
like
what
like
is
the wax,
what is that
like
process?
The waxing,
What is the
like the
process for getting
waxing
that note,
moon.
Ken? How do you reach out? What is the?
Well, it's a waxing moon, so maybe it's like a
I do
telephone
wonder.
line
Yeah,
or
I
something.
do wonder if that changes.
So
anything.
between the waxing moon and the holiday, we'll see what happens.
Man, I didn't realize that it started on. Oh, that's a problem. That's a problem.
A little bit of a problem.
It's a little bit of an issue. All right, we will hope to see you, but we will
Yes.
understand. If it
Yes.
doesn't
Well,
happen.
I hope to be there. I hope to get my special permission.
All right, very good. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you.
Take care, guys.
This isn't, by the way, this isn't the fasting one, right? That's the
No, that's the following
Yeah, it's
week.
the following week. That's what I thought.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
All right.
All
Very
right. So if I'm on, I will be well fed.
All right. Well done. Well done.
I'll have a crescent roll.
A nice crescent, waxed crescent. Thank you, buddy. Ken Zalis with us here on GCR. Don't know how we handle that waxing crescent moon note. Could be problematic for the Ravens on Monday night. That's not even against the spread. The Lions have just won 90% of their games outright with the waxing crescent moon. So just got to keep that in mind. What's that? Yeah.
Is it like that's just night games, or it's just whenever there's a waxing crescent?
During a waxing crescent.
The last 2 seasons. Okay.
I can't. Why don't we book a moon expert for tomorrow?
Should we call Mike?
Why don't we get Mike? I don't know if he's a moon expert. I just think he has the stats. We need to know more about what qualifies as a
We
waxing.
lost on Thanksgiving due to a waxing gibbous, correct? Yes. That's exactly why we lost.
That's wild, dog. That is wild. All right, when we come back in, we will get a tidbit. We will get Tubular to wind things down. Don't forget, County Sports Zone has everything you need to know about high school sports here in the state of Maryland. Scores, schedules, highlights, rankings, polls, all of it. Find it. CountySports.zone, proudly sponsored by your local Toyota dealer and buyatoyota.com.
For fans of the Costas Inn, and who isn't, I have some great news. Now there's a second location to go along with 4100 North Point Boulevard. This one is at the Timonium OTB. This is Stan the Fan, and I have been a fan of the Costas Inn and Triantopoulos family for going on 30 years. They're open for lunch and dinner, same great Costas feel, same great menu and quality food you've been enjoying for well over 50 years. The exact address on your GPS is 2200 York Road, and their phone number at the new location is 667-406-1970. If you're new to the Costas experience, get ready for a real treat. All wrapped up in a new spacious dining room in Timonium at the OTB. If you want steamed crabs, you have them, and the full menu at 4100 North Point Boulevard. The number for reservations there at Costas, 410-477-1975.
2025 Navy football single game tickets are on sale now. Don't miss the exciting home game schedule this year. The games feature exciting American Athletic Conference matchups, including the Commander-in-Chief rival Air Force on Saturday, October 4th. Don't miss all of the exciting action in historic Annapolis at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium, and get your tickets today at NavySports.com. Go Navy! Beat Army!
Game day gets even better at Live Casino. Score a live jersey on September 6th and bucket hat on September 27th. Plus, catch our big plays, big pays hot seats on select game days. When the home team scores, the prize pool doubles. And we'll give away a $50 sports and social gift card with every touchdown. Take it to the end zone at Live Casino. At Arundel Mills, must be 21. Please play responsibly. For help, visit mdgamblinghelp.org or call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Gambling can be a fun and entertaining experience, but there are risks involved. If you're planning on betting on the game at the casino or on your phone or computer, know your limit, stay within it. Set a budget and a time to stop. Remember, gambling isn't a financial solution, and it doesn't mix well with alcohol or drugs. Know the risks and have a plan before you begin gambling. For free and confidential services, call 1-800-GAMBLER 24/7 or go to helpmygamblingproblem.org.
The latest edition of Press Box is available now. On the cover, Bo Smolko profiles Ravens running back Derrick Henry and how the football legend has proven to be a unicorn at the position with the success that he's found after the age of 30. Also inside, Brandon Schwartzberg looks at Kobe Mayo's push to find rhythm at the big league level. And we mark the start of the college football season by meeting players from all 4 FBS and FCS programs throughout the state. Press Box is available for free at over 500 locations throughout the region, including 60 Royal Farm stores. Or you can read the entire issue online at PressBoxOnline.com, where you can also find great betting advice and the best daily coverage of the Orioles, Ravens, and Terps.
Feeling sluggish, unfocused, or not like yourself? It could be low testosterone. At Game Day Men's Health, we specialize in testosterone replacement therapy to help men boost energy, improve mood, and regain confidence. Our treatments, including testosterone cypionate, are safe, natural, and tailored to fit your lifestyle with weekly injections or pellet therapy. Get started today with a free testosterone test and feel the difference. GameDayMen'sHealth.com. Game Day Men's Health, where men reclaim their game.
Contrary to what some people believe, I actually like this guy when he sleeps. Glenn Clark, talking sports.
Isaiah Likely taped his WJZ 13 show last night, and he said that he would be back, quote, very soon, unquote. That's it. That doesn't guarantee that it'll be Monday night.
Tonight, or today.
Right, today. They're going to just schedule a game for today.
Well,
or he's going to go play in the Bills-Dolphins game.
Go practice hard.
He already returned to practice last week.
Yeah, well, he's going to practice hard today.
He's going to practice hard.
Yeah.
We'll see if that means Monday night or when it might mean for Isaiah Likely, who says he'll be back, quote, very soon. For what it's worth, we'll find that out. All right, winding down for a Thursday edition of GCR. Why don't we go ahead and get a tidbit? Tidbit is brought to you by the Stan the Fan Variety Hour, which is every Monday. Stan, Ross Grimsley. Oh, hello, Luke Jackson. They talk baseball with you. I believe they'll be doing it through the World Series, although I'll reconfirm that with Stan tomorrow. Facebook.com/PressBoxSports, YouTube.com/PressBoxOnline, or PressBoxOnline.com/video.
The Orioles.
As always, Stan shows brought to you by the Costas Inn. And the all-new Costas Inn, now open in Timonium.
Thank you, Costas Inn. The Orioles tied the franchise record in stolen bases in a game. 7 steals yesterday, running wild all over.
They still only scored 3 runs.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were focusing on just stealing the bases. It wasn't, they'll probably try to put it all together tonight. They'll steal bases and hit with runners in scoring position today. Tied the record 7 stolen bases in a single game. So, of course, do you think you can name the 1986 lineup? Because I had both ready because I was like, I'll just do the 1996 so that 6 tied a 1996 game. So I had the lineup for 96, which I'm sure that you would probably have better. You'd be better you'd fare better doing that one. So we'll do that instead of the 86.
The 86 Orioles are not memorable in any way.
They had all right, here's the guys that stole bases. Juan Beniquez stole 2 bases.
I don't.
Eddie Murray stole a base.
How about that?
Larry Sheets stole a base.
Okay.
Lee Lacy.
All right.
And Cal stole 2 in the 1986 7 stolen base game for the Baltimore Orioles.
So I'm naming who stole the bases for the 96, or I'm naming the lineup?
I guess we should do both, right? That would make only 3 guys stole bases. Between 7 stolen bases 6 stolen bases between 3 guys in the 96.
Brady Anderson.
Brady Anderson stole 3 of them, and where in the lineup was he?
Leading off.
He was. It was a 12-9 win over the Tigers in June 11th, 1996 for the Orioles.
Robbie Alomar stole bases.
Alomar was in the lineup. He did not steal a base.
Is he batting second?
He was not batting
third.
Second. Third, yes.
Jeffrey Hammond stole bases.
Hammond was not in the lineup, nor did he steal a base.
How about, is that because... B.J. Surhoff stole a base?
B.J. Surhoff was in the lineup, but he was not stealing any bases.
Batting 6th?
Surhoff was batting 1 spot lower, 7th. And where was he on the field?
He was playing left field?
Or was he not in the field?
Was he playing third base?
No.
DHing?
He was DHing, yeah.
That's because...
Orioles had 15 hits in this game, and 2 of the 3 you've named went over. Yeah, everybody else that got a hit had multiple hits.
Who would have played if B.J. Surhoff was DHing? That means...
Yeah, who were the corner outfielders here? This was a couple months before 21-31.
You said 96.
Yeah.
21-31 was 95.
Oh, well, it's a couple months
that's
after.
the reason why we're doing the 30th anniversary in 2025 instead of the 29th anniversary.
Is that how the...
Would have been weird.
Is that how the years were?
Do.
A couple months after 21-31. Is what I said.
Was it Tony Tarasco?
God, what a... no, not Tony Tarasco.
Okay.
What a game here. 3 hours, 41 minutes.
Did Bobby Bonilla steal a base?
Bobby Bonilla did not steal a base, but he was in the lineup.
Was he in right field?
Yes.
Okay. He was batting 4th?
Nope.
5th.
Yes.
Did Cal Ripken somehow steal a base?
No, he didn't steal a base, but
he was playing third base, and he was batting 6th.
He was not playing third base.
He was shortstop. Oh, yeah, he was still shortstop at that point. Was he batting 6th?
He was. After Bobby Bowe, ahead of B.J. Surhoff.
Who was the third baseman?
Yeah, who was the third baseman? He stole a base in this one.
He stole a base.
Yeah.
And what month was this?
This was June.
June. So this is before the deadline where they got Todd Zeal. Who was the third baseman? The third baseman was Rabelais?
No, it was not.
Rabelais was 97. Manny Alexander?
Manny Alexander. 2 RBIs, 2 hits, and a...
8th?
No.
2nd?
He was batting 2nd. Why was he batting 2nd?
Yeah, I mean, he had some moments.
He was OPSing .515 at this point.
Wow. Not great. So I'm missing a
His batting average and slugging percentage were the same. Was this like the start of the year for him?
Well, the catcher would have been Hoyles. I don't think he stole a base.
No, he didn't.
He was batting 8th.
He did hit a home run, though. No, not 8th.
9th?
9th.
And so I need
missing 2.
First base, that's Palmeiro.
Mm-hmm.
Palmeiro was batting 4th.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still missing an outfielder.
Mm-hmm. Batting 8th, and he stole 2 bags.
Stole 2 bags.
He had a home run and 2 stolen bases.
Is that when Devereaux came back?
I guess so, yeah. Mike Devereaux
Okay.
was in left field batting 8th and stole 2 bases.
Right,
Part of 6 total steals for the Orioles on this day. Who was the starter for the Orioles?
Moose.
No.
That's because it was Erickson.
I don't think I recognize any of these names that pitched in this game.
Oh, good.
He went 5 innings, allowed 5 runs.
Scott
and
Kamenicki.
got the win.
God, who else pitched the '96 Orioles?
This was his first season.
Rocky Coppinger.
Yep, Rocky Coppinger.
Okay.
5.18 ERA in
started
in
a famous. And there was a famous game that Rocky Coppinger started where they scored 22 runs against the Braves, and he, I think, also got a hit in that game.
Good for Rock.
Who else pitched in that game?
The other guys pitching in this game: Alan Mills.
Okay.
Roger McDowell.
You don't know Alan Mills, really?
No.
Yeah, he was a stalwart. Roger McDowell came back as pitching coach a few years later.
Alan Mills had a 6 ERA at this point in the season.
That
Gave up
might
3
have not
runs.
been a good
Gave up
season
3
for him,
runs.
but Alan Mills had a nice run in Baltimore.
Roger McDowell had the hold, and Randy Myers closed out the game.
You don't know who Randy Myers is?
No.
We were just talking about. Oh no, Alan McCallum and I were talking about Randy Myers recently.
Yeah,
Randy Myers was one of the great closers of that era.
Yeah, he was an
Randall
all-star
K.
in
Myers.
'97.
Yeah, he was outstanding. All right, very good. Tubular is brought to you today by the print issue of Press Box, still available for the next couple of weeks. Derrick Henry on the cover, and then we'll have a new print issue of Press Box with a college sports theme, and we're going to have some new locations where you'll be finding Press Box throughout the region. You can, as always, read it at PressBoxOnline.com. Here's what's coming up tonight, totally tubular-wise. Orioles open up a home series against the Yankees, 7:15 on Fox. Max Fried and Cade Povich. Go get him, Cade. That's the pitch.
Lefty. That's his idol, too, Max Fried.
That's true. Thursday Night Football tonight on Amazon Prime Video. Dolphins-Bills at 8:15. Will it be the final game for Mike McDaniel? WNBA playoffs, a couple of decisive...
Is that a strong,
I
that's
think
a
it's
strong storyline?
The Dolphins have been just woeful since the end of the 2023 season.
I guess if you're gonna fire him, yeah, it is now. But I guess I just don't think they're gonna.
Yeah, your question would be why come into the season with him as coach if you're going to fire him after 3 weeks? And it's a fair question, other than to say they just kind of. I mean, like week 1 was alarming how much they got their asses kicked. like alarming. And so I think that's the question about. I think that they've never been the same since what happened in Baltimore at the end of 2023. Not just the way they lost, but him then leaving guys into the. Remember that episode of Hard Knocks?
Yeah, Phillips got hurt.
And didn't Chubb get hurt?
Yes.
Or Chubb was already hurt.
Yeah, I think Chubb was already hurt. Phillips got hurt.
Phillips got hurt in like the fourth quarter of a blowout. And
like they were, like the Ravens had already scored 50.
Yeah, he just looked like someone that was in over his head, like overwhelmed by the moment. And I don't think they've been right since then. Anyway, 2 decisive Game 3s tonight in the WNBA. Fever Dream, Game 3 at 7:30. Storm Aces, Game 3 at 9:30, both on ESPN2. Everything else, go to GlennClarkRadio.com. I guess we can't do the bid anymore. There is no late-night television any longer.
You want to know who was supposed to be on the show?
Nope, don't.
Bill Nye.
Great. What's anything that we can plug? You can go ahead and take that off. Why is that still on, too?
Because I added it yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah. Jinx Monsoon and Jason Bateman will be on Seth Meyers.
Ah, yes, they're plugging the new season of Ozark.
Oh,
yeah.
There's no.
Go back and watch the Ozark rerun.
New episode of Peacemaker, and no, Jason Bateman is plugging Black Rabbit, which comes out on Netflix. Looks pretty good actually. He looks him and Jude Law, and he looks. I don't know. He looks unrecognizable.
And A Semester Abroad.
Oh.
It's a song by Brandon.
Oh, okay.
It's very good.
Sure. Good.
Yeah.
Good. I'm sure it was a good good reference.
Jason
Bateman looks like unrecognizable. He's like got long hair and he's got a full beard.
The boy is in the barn. Tell all the English boys you meet an American boy back in the States. The American boy you used to date, who would do anything you never gonna get it right.
That song was a jam.
But he's like the cast out brother, I guess, of Jude Law, and he borrows money from Jude, and then he's asked to find a way to pay him back. And,
maybe.
The backdrop of New York City, and him like kind of trying to, I guess, not get in trouble. I don't know. It looks good. It looks well done.
So much for me.
Yeah, that's on Netflix.
All right, very good. Thanks today to MarcAnthony Parker from Navy. Thanks to KZ. We'll get that up in the greatest hits section of the
Aspiration
tab at GlennClarkRadio.com. Tomorrow, Stan's here.
Yeah, Stan's here.
Stuff and things.
And we'll talk about
oh boy,
all the great stuff that happens.
We gotta
maybe Mike McDaniel getting fired.
Calls. Gotta make some calls today. Thanks everybody at PressBox, all of our great sponsors and partners, including Game Day Men's Health, Live Casino and Hotel Maryland, the Costas Inn, County Sports Zone, your local Toyota dealer, buyatoyota.com, the Maryland 5-Star, Navy Football, Nick's Fish House, and 1-800-GAMBLER, helpmygamblingproblem.org. Thanks to Griffin at Griffin_Bass. Follow us, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Glenn Clark Radio. Have a great Thursday evening. Go Birds. Duke sucks.